Welcome to class. This is COM 320, Exploring World Cultures Through Mass Media. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you're ready for an exciting term. This is actually a really fun class. I think you guys will have a great time doing it. We usually have a wonderful bunch of students that have a lot of conversations going on. So I think you guys will really enjoy this course. Okay, the purpose of this video is really just to give you a tour of the class and where things are located, some of my policies, some of my preferences, and other information to help you do the best that you possibly can in this class. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by entering the class through your Blackboard page. Now I'm going to be doing everything through my faculty page, so you may notice it looking a little bit different, especially on the sides here, than what you guys will see, but it is essentially the same. Okay, all the information is the same. All right, so when you first go into the class, you'll notice that you will land on the announcements page. Okay, when I post an announcement, I always have it emailed to you, but they're also here for at least a week, sometimes a bit longer. Now, these introductory announcements I will leave up for probably a couple weeks, just so that you can have a chance to read through it and ask any questions that you might have. Okay, so the first one you're going to actually see is the last one you need to read. Okay, so I'm going to start with the welcome. Okay, in the welcome, there's some information about how you guys will be doing an independent field research project, and you're also going to be doing a cultural event. You're going to be attending a local event. I put this in here in the introductory announcement, mostly because if you have a lot of family obligations, maybe you work full-time, or even if you live in a more rural area of the state, it might be more difficult for you to find the people that you need and the events that you need to complete this assignment. So even though you won't be doing these assignments for several weeks, I do really encourage you to read these assignments so that you know exactly what it is you're going to be doing, and so that you can make preparations now in order to complete the assignment on time. Okay, so please make sure that you do this as quickly as you possibly can, especially if you have a very busy life or you live in a rural area or some other challenges presented to you. All right. Now, there's some general information in here about how the class is organized. If you have already taken a class with SNHU, and especially if you've taken a class with me, the organization process or kind of the methodology which is used should be very familiar to you. Most SNHU classes are set up with essentially the same format, so it should get easier the more classes which you take. We don't have any kind of say-so in how to organize a class, so there's a few parts which I also find difficult. If you can't find something, please ask me so that I can guide you in the right direction. Okay, I am here as a resource for you guys to help you do the best that you possibly can in this class. So please do not hesitate to ask me a question if you have any, okay? All right, so a couple policies. There's a university late policy. Okay, now on the one hand, I am pretty stringent about late work. I don't particularly care for late work. I want you guys to keep on top of the work. And that's mostly because it's really difficult to catch up in an 8-week course when there's 3 or 4 assignments per week. If you start getting behind, it's very difficult to make up. Now, I will let you make up work. I do not always take the late penalty. Like, for instance, if you have a hospitalization, if you have a tragedy in your family, or some other serious event, I'm not going to take the late penalty, but I do need to hear from you as soon as possible, and I need you to keep the lines of communication open. Okay, I will do everything I can to help you, but I do need to know what's going on. So please make sure that you contact me or contact your advisor so that they can let me know. Okay, myself and your advisor are kind of your lifelines to the university. So please let us know what's happening. You don't have to be specific if you're wanting to maintain your privacy. I don't need to know the details. Just let me know that there's something serious going on in your family and that you need an extra day for the assignment or even an extra week or something. Just please always communicate with me so that I can help you. Okay? All right, there's another note in here about plagiarism. Okay, plagiarism is a pretty serious thing in a university setting, obviously, but it's also really easy for students to plagiarize without even knowing that they're doing it or without doing it on purpose. So please make sure that you understand what plagiarism is. And plagiarism, of course, involves copying directly from another person or a resource such as an article you might find on the net, things like that. But it's also when you paraphrase somebody else's information without stating, hey, I'm getting some of these ideas from somebody somebody else. Okay, so just, you're certainly welcome to use as many resources as you want, and I encourage you to use as many resources as you can. But it is important that you cite your source and that you use quote marks when it's a direct quote. Okay, so please make sure you understand the meaning of plagiarism and how it can be done accidentally and on purpose, of course, and make sure that you take steps to avoid that. Okay. All right, the last announcement is actually just supplemental info, and this is more about communicating with me and your advisor. It's about time management and late work, participation in the discussion forums, and this kind of information. And you will see one thing in yellow, and I'm going to mention this again in this video. But if you only remember one single thing from this video, please remember to read this part in yellow and go and find out what it is that I'm talking about. Okay, and actually I'm going to take you guys there right now. And I know that some people are going to be skimming this video as opposed to watching the whole thing. So I'm going to do this. Okay, so now everybody who is skimming, please stop. And please listen to this part. If you forget everything else that I say, this next thing is going to be the one thing that's going to stop you from doing poorly and help you do very well in your assignments, okay? So everyone, stop, listen. Let's go back into Blackboard. All right, go into course information. Go into assignment guidelines and rubrics. And you will see every single assignment that you're going to be doing this term. Okay, I have already put notes in there to tell you when it's going to be used. Okay, the only one you will not see right now is the final exam. It will not pop up until Module 8. But every other assignment that you're going to be doing is here. And if you click on one of these, sometimes you just click on this title and it will take you to a link. Sometimes you need to click on the blue link. Okay, but in either case, let me find a good one here. Okay, I want you guys to click and open and read carefully this resource. This resource is what will tell you exactly what you need to do, exactly how to do very well on this assignment. Okay, as faculty, we are required to grade according to the rubrics. We have to grade you according to the rubrics. If you do not fulfill the contents of that rubric, I can't give you points no matter how good your assignment is. Okay, so please make sure that you do this. Why is my thing not opening up? Quit being stubborn. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. Here, this one will work. All right, give it a moment. I'm going to go through it because this is the one thing that messes up so many students every single term. And it saddens me greatly to see that students don't do well on an assignment just because they didn't read this document. Okay, and this document is available for every single assignment. So please do yourself a favor and read these extremely carefully. I cannot emphasize this enough. Okay, I've been teaching with SNHU for more than 10 years. I've been teaching online with them for 4 years. I've taught over, I think, 70 classes now. So I've seen this happen with students over and over and over again, and I'd really like for it not to happen this term. Okay, so many good students wind up doing poorly. My computer is so stinking slow right now. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make this video short. But my computer has slowed down dramatically since I updated the operating system. There it is. Hallelujah. Okay, so this is your assignment guidelines and rubric for the one assignment for the cultural research, or field research, I should say. Okay, this will be a blog assignment, but this is how you're going to do it. Okay, it tells you what you're going to do. It gives you ideas for what you can do. And then at the bottom is what we call a functional rubric. This functional rubric will tell you each and everything that I am looking for. Okay, and it categorizes exemplary, proficient, needs improvement, not evident, and the value of that particular item. Okay, these are called the elements. Okay, I am looking for at least a proficiency. Okay, if you get proficient in every single area, you will get approximately an 80 to an 85 for that assignment. If you'd like to get 100%, and many students do, then I encourage you to read the exemplary column so that you can do more on your assignment and get up to 100%. Okay, now on all these rubrics, it breaks everything down into values up to 100%. Okay, but you will notice that the assignments are worth anywhere from, I think, 30 to 150 points in this class. So you might come across a discussion forum that's only worth 30 points. So we have to translate these scales so that they meet that 30 point. But you'll see this in the feedback that I'll give you for every single assignment. Okay, I always try to give you guys some good feedback so that you know how to improve for the next time. Okay, but this rubric is extremely important for your success. Okay, and this rubric will exist on every single assignment that you have from me. All right, let me get out of here and back into here. Okay, so again, this is under course information. Okay, and then assignment guidelines and rubrics. Okay, look at these, read them, print this one out because this is your final project. Okay, and make sure you read these carefully. All right, I don't want to underestimate this for you guys. You have to read these. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay, I'll quit harping on it. All right, but please do that. All right, so that is, okay, we did announcements. So back to course information. All right, that's assignment guidelines and rubrics. Other information in here which is useful to you. You guys will not see this. This is just for me. Okay, but you will see the course syllabus. Please read through that. You'll have a technical information, advising services, a handbook, tutoring, and career services. These are all useful resources for you guys, so please use them as you need, okay? But you do need to read the course syllabus, and you must go into this assignment guidelines and rubrics folder to find those. This is also hot linked from every single module, okay? No excuses for not finding this. It's right there, all right? All right, let's go back and let's go to learning modules next. Okay, as you guys probably know, the course is split up into 8 modules of work. We do have about 8.5 or what they consider 9 weeks to complete the class. Okay, it will have your course outcomes and your course description. And there are 8 module folders. I have already opened modules 1 through 4 for you. Modules 5 through 8 will open up on January 22nd. Okay, and that will give you the second half of the course. Okay, you are very welcome to work ahead if you wish. I do advise you at least to read ahead. But certainly if you want to work a little bit ahead, you are welcome to. Just please do not submit work until the week that it is due. Okay? All right, let's go and have a look in Module 1, for instance. Okay, for every module, you will have a module description. You'll have module learning objectives. And then you're going to have a video, I believe, for just about every module. These are basically podcasts of me doing a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, this one's 15 minutes and 43. One of these, I think it's, I want to say module 3 or 4, is about 45 minutes long. Okay, so I apologize for the length of some of these videos, but basically what I did was take the contents of like 3 to 4 different books and pull the information out that you needed, and then I put them into a video format for you. Okay, this means you guys don't have to buy a textbook, but you get the best information consolidated from 3 to 4 different resources depending upon the week. Okay, so again, I'm sorry for the length of some of these, but the information, I tried to condense it down for you guys to make it as concise as possible. Okay, and there's also some written information and some visual representations of different concepts, which I think will be helpful to you. All right. You also you'll also have a transcript for each one of these videos, and there are sometimes attachments. Okay. This one, this is Murdoch's Cultural Universals. You will use this in Module 2, I believe it is, to write a paper. So anytime you see one of these, you might just want to click on it and save it to your hard drive just so you have easy access to it later. All right. Okay. Other things under this module, you will always have a module resources folder. Okay, this will often have videos and it will have websites. Okay, these are required resources. Okay, sometimes you may not need a lot for this particular module, but I want you guys to know where it is and how to get to it, because you might need it for other modules. Okay, this particular class, since we don't have a textbook, it's very internet heavy. We have lots and lots of links and clicks and all that kinds of things to get you guys to the resources which you need for this class. Okay, there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of websites for you guys to look at, all that type of stuff. Okay, so you do need to make sure that you go into this module resources folder for every module and read through the material or watch the material as it's available. Okay, for every single module you'll have at least one discussion, and in this case you actually have 3. You have the icebreaker discussion, which you have in every single SNHU course. And then you have this discussion about communicating across cultural boundaries. And then you have another one about the final project. Okay, this is module 1, and we are already talking about the final project. Okay, that should indicate to you how very important it is that you get an early start on this project. Okay, then you're also going to have an activity and a short paper on that activity. Okay, there is a form here, and this form is kind of weird when you open it up. It is a mirror version. It's like a mirror image of the original document. I want you to use it as a mirror image, okay? And the reasons for that will become clear as you do the activity and you write the paper. Okay. This is your link to the assignment guidelines and rubrics. And if you click here, it will take you to the folder. And since you have a short paper due this week, you would click on the short paper rubric. You would also be clicking on the final project webcast guidelines and rubric. And it would not be a terrible idea to go ahead and click on the storyboard guidelines and rubrics. You'll notice I have module 1, 3, and 4. Okay, it's not due until module 4, but we're going to be talking about it in modules 1 and 3. This storyboard is the storyboard for your final project webcast. Okay, you often will see milestones. Okay, this class, instead of using the term milestone, this is the storyboard, which will support your final webcast. All right. Now let me go back to the module. We were in module 1. You'll also notice the dates are written for each module. I like adding those in there for my reference as well. All right, so when you're ready to do the form, you just click on this blue link, it'll download, and then you can print it out and follow the instructions. When you're ready to turn in your paper, you click on View or Complete, and it will take you to the Turn It In site to turn in your paper. Okay, sometimes instead of a Turn It In link, which will be blue like this, sometimes you'll just click on the name of the assignment, and that will take you to a location to submit your assignment. So it really depends on how it was set up. And again, if the setup is a little confusing, please ask me so I can help you. I did not set it up this way. I do not love all the setups that they use in the class. Overall, I think they do work pretty well, but it does take a little getting used to. But please ask me if you do get stuck, okay? Again, I'm here as a resource, so please use me as such. All right, let's move on. So each module will look similar to this one. And there's a few differences depending on the assignments and activities that we do, but the general setup is the same. Okay, description, objectives, video with the transcript, your resources, and your assignments below that. Okay, assignment guidelines and rubrics at the bottom of every module. All right, so all 8 modules will show up this way. The first 4 modules are open now. The next 4 will open on January 22nd. All right, under Learning Modules, we have the discussion boards. If you've already taken a class with SNHU, you know that discussion boards are a huge part of the class. Okay, there will be at least one every single week. They are set to open on the appropriate day. Okay. The first 3 are already opened for you. There's the standard icebreaker, the general questions, and discussions 1-1 and 1-2. Okay, 1-1 and 1-2 are due during Module 1. Okay, discussion forums cannot be made up late. Please understand that other assignments can be made up late, but the discussion forums must be completed during the week in which they are assigned. So please make sure you get to that at least twice per week. You need to post on the discussion forums. All right. Now this first week, and you can start on these anytime you need to. The icebreaker is just getting to know everybody, but in this case, it's a little more tied to the course content than what other classes might be for the icebreaker. So it's important that you do this one. General questions. I'm going to go ahead and go into this one. The general questions discussion forum will be open all term long. Anytime you have a question about an assignment, please feel free to post it here if you think it might be helpful to other students as well. Okay, if you have something personal to ask me about an assignment or a grade or something, please use email. But otherwise, you can post general questions here, and I will get these through my email every single day. Okay, I also highly suggest that you subscribe to this forum. Anytime I post an answer in here or I post clarifications in here, you will get it via email. So I do suggest that you subscribe. Yours would say subscribe here. I've already subscribed, obviously. So, but click on subscribe. That way you automatically get everything. It's just to your advantage to do that. All right. And you can choose to subscribe to everyone, but it does get a little exhausting to get 60 or 70 emails from these discussion forums. So I would just suggest subscribing to the general question one. All right. That's about all I'm going to say about these at the moment. Let's move on over here. Okay, this is research and writing module or area. Under research and writing, you have lots of little resources and tools at your disposal. Citation styles and management tools are really helpful for writing citations in MLA or APA format. If you are a communications student, most of your references and most of your papers will need to be written in APA format. That seems to be the standard that communications is going to. So that's what we're using as a university. Okay, so learn APA formatting and citation. Okay, and this resource here is from Purdue University, and it's the OWL, or the Online Writing Lab, shortened to OWL, at Purdue. I highlighted this particular resource because of the richness of this resource. Even if you don't need it that much for this particular class, this is an extremely helpful website. It will also help you write resumes, business letters. It teaches you all the different types of college level essays and lots of other different types of writing things that you're going to need to be doing over the next few years and even throughout your career. It's a really powerful site. It has tons of information. The organization is a little wonky at times, but if you just click on the left-hand side, you'll find all the information which you need. So I highly suggest that you bookmark this Purdue OWL site here. I think you'll find it really useful. All right. There's also a lot of links to our library and to the research resources at the library. So you want to take a look at all those as well. Okay, back over to this area, my instructor, this is me. Okay, I put a little bio. This is an old picture. My kids are now 8 and 6. I apologize. I got to get a new picture posted. But I will do that at some point. And let's see here. Your grades will be posted here. Okay, I don't really have grades, so I don't have anything, but your grades will be here. I encourage you to have a look at your grades at the end of every week. I try to get all my grading done by Wednesday or Thursday. Occasionally it takes a little bit longer, especially when you get to the bigger projects and papers, but I do try to get everything done as fast as I can, just so that you have that feedback to go on and you can improve your own grades that way. All right, course tools are just shortcuts. Yours is going to look a little bit different than this one, but these are just shortcuts. If you need to get to the discussion boards or find out who else is in the class, send me an email, things like that. Okay, and I don't believe you guys will see anything down here at all because this is a faculty area. All right, let's see. Just trying to think of what other information I can give you to make your life easier. I'm telling you, the biggest one that I can tell you is to make sure you go into course information and assignment guidelines on rubrics and read these extremely carefully. Okay, the second major piece of advice I can give you is please do not get behind in this class. It is a really dense class. There are 4 to 5 assignments every single week. Okay, I will send an announcement every single week listing what it is that you need to do. But it is really to your advantage to not get behind in this class. It's a tough one to catch up in. It's a really, really rich class. which is good because you hopefully will learn a lot, but it is not one that you want to get behind in. So please just keep up with that. Now, that being said, the third major thing I want to tell you guys is that I am a human being. I have a family. I have multiple jobs. I have lots of responsibilities, just as all of you guys do. If you guys get stuck, if you have a serious family event or health event or anything else that is going to put you behind, please do not hesitate to contact me. Okay, I am here to help you. I am here to guide you. I am here to do the absolute best work that you can for this class. But I will be as lenient as I can under, difficult circumstances that you may have. I'll be as lenient as I can as long as I maintain the integrity of the learning in this class. Okay, so please talk to me. Okay, if you have issues, please talk to me. Please talk to your advisor. Okay, and again, go to your assignment guidelines and rubrics and do not be late with assignments in this class. Do not get behind. It's too hard to catch up. All right. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. I hope I wasn't too terribly long-winded, and I hope you guys have a great week. All right. Take great care. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.